All right, let's get crazy.
Holy calamity, scream insanity. All you ever gonna be is another great
Let's
family.
go. Menuhin's movie pass. Hey. Whoa. Menuhin's movie pass. Okay.
Holy calamity, scream insanity. All you ever gonna be is another great family.
On this episode, we talk about season 2, The Boys. This is a journey. Don't forget to tell 17 people about this podcast. Tell everybody you know. This podcast is amazing. Tell your mama, or tell your daddy, or tell your uncle, or tell your cousin, and tell your brother, tell your sister. Hey, oh. Shout out to my people out in Cali. Shout out to my people out in Texas. Shout out to my people out in the UK. Shout out to my people out in New York. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the episode. Let me give you a full disclaimer real quick. See, I tried to come in all smooth. I was like, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I'm out of breath. Hold on. Damn. Woo! That was crazy. On this episode, I'm letting you know right now, off top, there are a lot of spoilers, okay? Tons of spoilers for The Boys Season 2. Me and my homie Love, this episode is featuring my homie Love. We talk about episode 7 specifically because episode 7 was crazy. So we talk about episode 7 and we have a few fan theories on what episode 8 might be, which is the finale coming up this Friday. So, a lot of spoilers, so if you haven't seen it, go see it, then listen to this episode because this is a long one too. It's an hour or some change. We talked and joked on some things, so it's a long episode. Spoilers, so don't be DMing me like, I was waiting for them all to pile up and then I was gonna watch it. You spoiled this for me, you ruined it. I don't want to hear that at all, okay? So I'm giving you the warning. What was the warning sound now? You heard that? That's the warning. I'm letting you know, all right? So enjoy this episode. As always, I appreciate y'all for listening to this podcast. Now let's talk to my homie Love, who is a photographer, comedy writer, and he does a lot of other great things. All right, let's talk to him. Yo! Love.
Yo!
What the hell, man?
Yo!
It's been
what?
It's been a hell of a season, dog.
What a mind-blowing episode.
That episode 7 pissed me off I was like, what the Okay, well, first of all, it's going to be spoilers.
I really lost my head thinking about that.
Okay, hold up. There's going to be spoilers.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Not too many. We're just doing theories on what 8 might be. But we're going to talk about 7 right now because we're both frustrated. And it's all right. First of all, Love, what are your frustrations with episode 7?
Are we spoilers are fine now? Like you already made the disclaimer.
Yeah, I made disclaimer. Spoilers are fine now because I'm gonna make a disclaimer before I even intro the episode. But we're in the middle of it now, so do what you need to do right now, and then we'll do another episode.
How in the hell do you have this congressional hearing and the most important thing, and everyone's heads explode, and then a couple minutes later you find out that all the Republican Party has COVID? Like, what am I to think? What is going on here?
It's spilling over into reality. Look, what kind of
and I mean, like,
No, go ahead. What were you gonna say?
Like, yeah, no, I mean, it is like a really, like, they're going hard on, like, the political satire, not just, like, satire and the comedy, but, like, you know, just the political stuff with the, you know, with how Stormfront and Homelander are really radicalizing a lot of these incels. They showed that dude at the beginning.
That was a deep episode. I mean, that was a deep section. Yeah. I was like, wow. They really set that up really nicely. Like, I was watching this dude, I'm like, but they kept bombarding him with this thing of scare tactics. This is happening. This is the terrorists. This is happening. This is happening. And then it's just like, it just got in his head, and he ended up just killing a random guy. And it was like
a random brown guy.
A randand brown guy. So it had the remnants of Black Lives Matter. It had a remnants of COVID-19, how everyone's like, oh, it's a hoax, it's not real, but you keep getting bombarded. Oh no, people are dying, the numbers, this, that, and you just fucking react one day. And that was great. I was like, wow, that is deep for a comic book movie. That was
probably scarier than scenes with like Homelander in them, where you don't know if he'll snap at any second. Because the reason that was scary was like everybody knows somebody like that. Everybody is on Facebook and they have someone in the comments that's like that. And you know, the way they showed this guy's story was so methodical, you know, monotonous. Every single day he's seeing the same Stormfront memes. He's developing this kind of attraction to Stormfront that's, you know, clouding his mind. And he goes to like, he sees the same brown guy every day. He starts to get mistrusting, and it's like we see that every day. We see that happening with like with our peers.
Yeah,
and you know,
and
you
that,
don't know what they're getting radicalized on.
Yeah, and you never know where your message hits people. And you know what? I really like. I watched that piece, and I was like, this is what comedy is going through sometimes. Well, the majority of, well, not sometimes. This is what comedy is going through right now. Like, I'll be on stage and I'll say something, right? I'll say something about like for example, I had a joke. I still have a joke, but I had this joke I did on stage where I talked about my mom having a skin condition, right? And I said she had vitiligo, and her hand was turning like white at some point. So I was like,
I remember the joke.
You remember that joke?
Yeah, I remember the joke.
Yeah, and I was just like, yo, she has white superpowers. She can put up a Whole Foods and all this other stuff. And I just started saying some goofy stuff. And then somebody after the show came to me and was like, well, vitiligo is not caused by stress and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, bitch, I did the research, okay? What are you talking about? But the thing is, it hit her differently. It hit her differently than anything else. Like, so it's like you can say a joke or say something and it'll hit somebody different than what it is sometimes. Or sometimes it'll hit right on the head. So it's just like with that episode with that guy and him just seeing that constant just in his face, it's just like he just reacted to the shit. Now she's talking about actual superhero terrorists, and the dude at the freaking convenience store showed his eyes lit up because the light hit it, and he didn't show any superpowers. He didn't run down the street and blow up a car. It just got in that white dude's head, and he just murdered this brown guy because, oh, you're a super terrorist.
Right.
Like, what?
It's the same reason cops can kill an unarmed black man for nothing, because they fear him irrationally.
Oh yeah,
that's what it is. What he thinks builds this irrational fear is this constant like barrage of misinformation. Even after he killed that guy, it was like a little throwaway line when they had Homelander and Stormfront talking, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we do feel sorry for that store clerk. So thoughts and prayers."
Yeah,
but, you know, it's like, what do you think happened to that white dude from the beginning? You know, he was probably celebrated by all those people, like Kyle Rittenhouse, the dude that killed those protesters, you know?
Oh yeah.
It's just like, it's probably the same kind of thing. And it's like, and at the end we see the pushback where all the congressional people's heads explode. But even then, that's just, oh my God.
But yeah, that definitely, it felt like Trayvon Martin. That whole situation, because the thing is, the guy, because I forgot the Trayvon's killer, but he was a regular dude. He wasn't even a cop. He just saw a black dude and was just scared because of all the shit that he'd been reading. Zimmerman, all the shit he saw online. Yeah. And then he fucking ran up on him, killed him, and then somehow he became the victim in some way. I don't know how he became the victim, but George Zimmerman became the victim in some way. But he had all that shit just piled up in his head, and he fucking killed somebody out of nowhere. So I just really commend them on really putting out like a deep message in a comic book style movie TV show. It was like, I was like, damn, this is deep.
Yeah. No, it really is. And especially with what's going on now, and you know how they made Stormfront a Nazi, and it's like the parallels between, you know, the unjust and horrible gains that Nazis were able to get through genocide, and like the parallels between that and like setting up, you know, a lot of our corporate, like a lot of these big corporations. It's like, yeah, of course things benefited from the Holocaust. Of course these big corporations probably benefited from the Holocaust and tried to just change their image, but still kept the unjust enrichment. You know, that's what that company is. By the way, so Black Noir,
he has a nut allergy.
No, but they've been setting that up. They've been setting that up like Chekhov's gun. Like, you know,
really?
You know how it was an Almond Joy? Right, it was an Almond Joy when he was behind that like analyst girl, and he pulled up the dustbin, and she was eating an Almond Joy for her to throw it away, and we just all thought it was like a funny gag. And then I think like Huey and Starlight had like a conversation about Almond Joy in an earlier episode too, and like they featured
did.
it. It's like, wait, why are they being? Yeah, it's like, why are they doing all this product placement? And then it was like, oh, that was just like a.
That was just a little tip, just telling us that this dude is allergic to treatments.
Yeah, Chekhov's candy bar.
I was like, really, dude? That's the. Now, did you see the trailer for episode 8?
Yeah, it was like a flash of a scene or two scenes. It was very, very short. The one I saw, it might have just been a small teaser.
Yeah, it was it was Butcher's lady. I don't know what to call her, but his lady. She shows up at the pawn. Yeah, Becca. She shows up at the pawn shop like, hey, they got him. First of all, how the fuck she get out? Let's
I know. I was like, okay, she lives.
I'm like, okay, hold up. So you had the ability to get out this bitch the whole time and tell him where you were? And you so it took a little boy for you to be like, I gotta get out and tell Butcher. And she got out. That maximum security VOD, whatever the hell she's in, community, fucking Truman Show shit she's living in. I
mean, as soon as her son said, I hate you, I figured that was like the green light for Stormfront or Homelander to just like take her out. It was like all they were waiting for.
Yeah, I thought they were gonna murder her. I thought they were gonna clip her real quick, but that was.
I am so tense.
What?
Every scene of this show, because I don't know if Homelander or Stormfront are gonna murder someone on screen.
Yo, the fact that every time they're in the room, well, morely Homelander. Well, Stormfront, she's built that up ever since she did her racist run through of murdering black and Asian people and calling them yellow bastards. But ever since she did that, I was like, well, all right. But it's just like,
this white girl from Portland is so racist.
Yeah, I was like, what? How could she? But she, I don't know what she told the kid, because that little boy was fully with his mom, and then somehow they did one flight, and then next thing you know, he's like, I hate you, Mom. He flip flops.
You think it's okay? So here's something I'm thinking. Like, I don't know why they can never do that, like super powered boy that loves their parents doing a heel turn real quick. I don't know why they can never do it right, because I think they screwed that up also in Brightburn. I did not like that movie because it was like, where the hell did all this come from? Like, he was so loving to them. It's like, how could that switch just like that? And it's like, do you think the writers were just making fun of Brightburn?
They might have. I don't know, because I didn't read the comic. So I mean, every time I look up a review or something like that about it, people will always refer to comics.
I don't think the kid is in the comics.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
I've been looking up. Yeah, I've been looking up some like spoiler comics things, and like even with Black Noir, he's a different character than he is in the comics. I don't know if you looked up what he is in the comics. Yeah. So can we talk about that? Comic book spoilers? essentially?
I guess so, because I haven't really tapped into the comics like that. I only like heard like certain spots, but I tend to stick to the TV show. But yeah.
Damn, I only know a couple of reveals. So Black Noir, I can say who he is, right? In the comics, he is. You know this?
No, I don't know. I didn't look him up.
Okay, so then I shouldn't say this.
Okay, well, don't. Okay.
But I'll say that he's not black in the comics.
Ah.
And so the guy they showed in the show was a black dude.
Yeah, I saw that.
Like got theories of buzzing, right? And then like the scarring on his face is probably from when he got blown up at the beginning, of the first episode, by one of the super terrorists.
Yeah, I think it's Denzel Washington.
It's probably no. You think it's his son? It could be his son. His son does TV shows.
That would be hilarious if it was like Michael B. Jordan or somebody random. I'd be like, the fuck is he doing?
It's so funny. No, it'd be like it'd just be like how that Pedro Pascal for the Mandalorian.
Yeah.
Like this guy that's became this big star, and he's behind a helmet the whole fucking season.
You know what? That would they did that in another movie with Michael B. Jordan. It was like this movie. I forgot the name of it, but it's some kid who found like a space gun and was like running around with it. And at the end, you find out that he was supposed to be a part of that space tribe, and they were chasing down this gun.
What?
They were chasing down this gun. It was like a whole other story. But
what?
You haven't heard of this movie?
No, I'm gonna check it out. I know about Chronicle.
No. This is another joint. It's an adopted black kid, right? White family, and it's a story within that family. But then, as he's like kind of exploring like these abandoned buildings, he hears this like space fight going on between like these two alien groups, and then they drop one of their guns or whatever, and he picks it up, and it just lets him use it, like he just can now, and then these aliens, they come back and they're looking for the gun. But as that's happening, he's still going through his own story with his older brother, which has some problems with the law and loan sharks and shit or whatever. And so he ends up like shoots up half a club because they try to beat his brother up. And then at the very end, freaking Michael B. Jordan comes out the helmet and he's like, "You're supposed to be one of us," and blah blah blah. I was like, what the fuck, Michael B. Jordan? It was like at the very end of the movie. So
because they all are the same looking.
I guess so. I don't know. I guess they're saying black people from space. Whatever the message is, but it was
black
random.
People from space all look the same.
It's like, yeah, we should have told y'all. Y'all shouldn't have been here in the first place. But it just. But that was so random. So if Black Noir is like somebody like, I don't know, Forrest Whitaker or somebody, I'd be like, oh shit.
That's so funny.
But
if he's like Brad Pitt,
that would be funny as hell. He's Brad Pitt.
What if
in
he's Robert Downey Jr. doing blackface
from
again?
Thunder? What the hell y'all talking about? You know I got I got nut allergy.
So who do you think's doing the head exploding?
You know what?
I
think it might be I keep saying Gustav because I remember him from Breaking Bad, but the guy.
Gustavo Fring?
Yeah. But I think it could be him, or it may be someone else. I mean, because he's very mysterious. Like he's the head of freaking VOD now, and he's also not shook of Homelander at all. Like everyone, because every time Homelander shows up, everyone has this really edge. Like, I don't know what he's gonna do. But he was talking to the Homelander like, dude, get the fuck out my face. Like, if Homelander jumped, like, he wanted Homelander to do something because he's like, dude, I'll fuck you up, seriously. So he's not scared of him. So I think it's him. He wasn't at the meeting. Huh?
He was not at the hearing, and he didn't kill Homelander and Stormfront.
You know what? You know what? It really showed. It was telling how they were just so confused and weirded out. There was like people's heads are blowing up, and they were just like, what is happening? It's like, jump into action, you motherfuckers! Like, aren't you superheroes?
Night Pigeon would have done something, you know?
Yo, you know how many people hit me up about that shit? Like every time something crazy in the news happens in New York or in other superhero movies, like yo, Night Pigeon wouldn't let that shit happen.
That's so funny. Yo, I saw your post about Rick Moranis getting hit about the West Side, and then somebody had a comment about like Night Pigeon. Where was Night Pigeon?
Yeah,
I fucking died.
I was like,
the funniest thing I've seen.
He said, "Where the fuck was Night Pigeon?" I was like, he was getting COVID tested. I was like,
I know. You said he was getting COVID tested.
The line was super long. He was out there. I was just like, yo, if they added Night Pigeon to the boys, that'd have been hilarious. But anyway,
yo,
Stormfront, they just walked around like it was weird. It was weird seeing that because I'm like, you guys are supposed to be superheroes, even though I know you guys are shitty superheroes, but Superman and Batman would have at least been like trying to figure out what the fuck's going on. They would have jumped to a corner, start saving people, throwing people out of windows or something.
That's what that old CIA lady was doing.
Yeah, you know, she was doing more
she was like,
than the superheroes.
Yeah. Okay, so I saw this theory that maybe the head exploder person is probably the head of the church because he killed Shockwave. You know, the orange speed guy?
Oh, and he was supposed to go to the hearing.
Right, and then and he's saying it's like, I've got to wait for you two to get back on the 7. So it's like, if I can do these convenient deaths for Gustavo Fring, maybe that's the payment I have to make to get you two on the 7. Because there's an opening for the Deep. They never filled the Deep's opening because Translucent died, and that's when they filled his role with Stormfront, but they never filled the Deep getting kicked off. So that's still an open spot. There's 6 of the 7 right now.
I mean, do we really need the Deep? Let's be real. This motherfucker's in the water.
I feel like the Deep. I feel like they make the Deep so goofy that they're setting him up to do some insane shit. Because every time you get in the comic book discussions with these people, it's like they always talk about how Aquaman is really stronger, and it's just everyone also likes to make the joke about how Aquaman's goofy, and just
yeah.
So I think with the Deep, I think they might have to pull some real strong shit or do something to redeem him.
I guess so, man. I just don't see. I don't see the purpose of the water superhero. It's just every time they got to give him.
Find wreckage.
Huh?
He can find wreckage.
Yeah, that's about it. You can talk to. I got some connects down in the ocean that can find the wreckage. Fuck. What? What did he said it like it was something.
Him talking to sea creatures and treating them like these are my assets.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, these are my peoples. You know, I got some connects. I got some sharks down on the kelp looking for it. What? Okay. That's why nobody takes him serious, man. Yeah, I got some dolphins checking into that situation, but we haven't found anything yet. All right. I mean, it's useful for certain things, but I mean, we got a lot of ground activity that's going on. They need a 7 for just the ocean then.
Bro, they made him so goofy in this show that you forget his character starts off with a rape.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he did put his dick in someone's mouth. Yeah. Starlight.
Starlight. Well, shit. They made Starlight the enemy. Homelander and Stormfront. So that might be a way to bring the Deep back to delegitimize her claims against him.
I mean, they might. I mean, I honestly, after his whole situation with the Gills talking and all, I was honestly like, all right, man, beat it. I'm tired of him. I'm tired of the Deep. I can't stand him and his feelings. Get the fuck out of here, man.
Yeah. What a great bit though that was to have him do that whole reconciliation with his Gills and getting over how they looked and his insecurities about them, only for the end for Homelander to be like, cover that shit up, it's disgusting.
Yeah, he did all of that work on himself. And they were like, yeah, fix that shit. Fuck out. He's like, what happened, guys? He's like, it's disgusting. Your Gills out. Pussy.
That was one of the funniest moments of the show. This show is hilarious.
I was like, damn, son, you did all that work and then nothing. I don't know, man.
Like,
even when he got superhero-y, like when the shark started showing up in that one episode and all that stuff was happening, I was like, whoa, what is happening? And then you see him in the water. I was like, oh, the Deep's about to do some shit. Even when he did some shit, he still looked like a pussy. He still. I was like he didn't know how to do a superhero stance on the side of a sperm whale. It was like, dude, really? You let the homie get punctured by a speedboat? You couldn't have 17 killer whales flip the boat before they killed him? Like,
you could have called on Cthulhu?
Something. It's like, dog. I don't know. He's just whack, and I don't know. And then the Archer dude, he got put on Front Street, which was weird.
Yeah, your friend, right?
Yeah, that's was Landis?
The homie.
Yeah, he's a comic. So I'm like, what the Lassiter, whatever his name is. It's Kermit Lassiter or something like that. But yeah, he I don't know what that was about.
Kermit.
Huh?
Langston Kermit.
Langston Kermit, yeah. And it's like, I don't understand what that was supposed to tell us. Is like, was it supposed to tell us like, don't trust this religion thing? But I don't know.
I think so. I think it's just like the people, because I mean, it's supposed to be the Church of Scientology, really, you know. And this is like, our members are essentially disposable.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I think that's kind of what they're trying to say. And like, when they're showing A-Train and how he's reacting to everything, they're showing him as like being mistrustful.
Yeah,
and so maybe they're setting him up to do.
And I think A-Train is actually, is our viewpoint of the religion.
I agree. Yeah, he's the viewer's proxy.
Yeah.
For, because you kind of notice they kind of strip his personality this season. Like last season, A-Train had so much personality, and he was like a force to be reckoned with. Right? Every time you see him in a scene, you feel uneasy because you don't know what he's gonna do.
Yeah.
Because he's so fast, he could do anything. You know. So it's like, but now it's like, you know, he's kind of just like his hands are tied, so he doesn't have much personality, and so we just see his like facial reactions to different situations. Right?
Yeah.
And it's like we're sympathizing more with A-Train this season than we did last season. We didn't want to sympathize with him last season because, you know, they had him hopped up on the V and they had him like kill people and be, you know, all this stuff. And this season, it's just like you see him get screwed over in a corporate way, and you want to, like, you sympathize with him. So I think they are. Yeah, I agree with you. I think they absolutely are just making him a proxy for the audience, which I don't know how they're going to set it up, because when that kind of thing happens, when you make like a proxy for the audience, that really means you're making the character disposable. So I don't know if they're going to get rid of A-Train.
Oh, yeah, they do.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, after he had that weakness with the heart condition, man. I mean, when your power is to run fast, and then you can't run fast for that long, it's like, all right, well, what are you here for? So.
Yeah, but I mean, these guys aren't even doing like superhero work at all. It's just being in movies and everything.
Yeah, they're just doing regular like press shit and dealing with politics of the game.
Yo, by the way, that whole thing about Stormfront and Homelander introducing media to the kid, and Stormfront being like, you don't watch PewDiePie? I think that was like a big thing from the writers, because, you know, the guy PewDiePie, the most famous guy on YouTube, has like way too many Nazi connections.
Oh.
And she's like, you don't watch PewDiePie?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Was wild.
Oh, that's funny. That is, oh wow, that is a deep cut. Damn, that is a deep cut.
That's why I was thinking, like, what if that was a reference to Brightburn, just making the kid do like an absolute heel turn for no reason? And because these writers are like really, they've been like, they code in a lot of these really deep Easter eggs and references like that.
Oh yeah, this show is very, very coded, and it's just like,
Yeah.
Like, I haven't watched a show like this in a while to where it's like, I don't know where it's gonna go. Like, the fact, like, when, like, in that hearing, when they started talking and then head started blowing up, I was, whoa, shit, wait a minute. I was in here yelling. I grabbed my head. I was like, oh, shit.
Night Pigeon wasn't on that list, don't worry.
I was like, oh, shit. Oh, God, good thing I wasn't at the hearing.
Speaking of the head, okay. So I saw this thing about the head exploding, right? Everyone thinks it's Cindy, the girl that escaped, right, with the buzz cut. You know, that was exploding heads in the... And they're saying maybe it was Cindy, maybe she was able to do it through the broadcast, because they said that the head exploding stopped after the broadcast was over. Right? Like, once the thing cut out for technical difficulties, there was no more head exploding.
Yeah.
And, like, when Cindy was in her cell, she was able to look through, or it's implied that she was able to look through the surveillance camera at the people watching the security screen, the security monitor. You know, like, Huey and them. So maybe she was able to blow up the head with that. But then again, the way they showed her blow up the head in the hospital was, like, it took her time. And she had to, like, crush her hand, you know, and do, like, a whole thing. And those heads were exploding super fast. Yeah. So I think she might be a whole red herring.
I don't know, because
more than one people.
Because because remember when remember him and that other chick, they went to go visit that investigator. They were talking to her, and a freaking head blew up right in the middle of the conversation. So it was like,
right,
who was that? And then if that bald-headed chick was locked up in that asylum, then who the fuck did that?
Right, so it's just like, does she have a handler? Are they able to click it? Because that's another thing I was thinking. It's like, well, what if they are able to convince her or whatever, and, like, just use her as like okay, well, we need to take you out and we need to break these people's heads, and then we'll put you back in, and like maybe they get, but like, because when she came out and saw Lamplighter, and she was like, but you're dressed like him, you seem like friends, and so it's like, you know, I don't know what their relationship is like, but yeah, I think she's a complete misdirect.
Yeah, she's definitely she's a misdirect. She's something she's something, because she's out now.
Yeah,
she's alive and she's out.
Maybe she's gonna be the person to take down the head exploder guy, or maybe she'll explode Stormlander's head, or Stormfront's head.
I don't know.
You know, do you think?
What are you gonna say?
I said, do you think with Stormfront, like, you think she's gonna die at the season finale, or you think she's gonna become a bigger threat in the next season?
They can't kill her. They've built her up too fucking big. Like, she has this gigantic backstory of being a Nazi racist chick that's been around, that's been living for years.
Yeah, but she could just get COVID after the first debate. So you never know.
She gets COVID. She gets lightning COVID. The thing is, if she dies, just know that Homelander is gonna be a villain then, because he is in love. Yeah. So.
Oh man, I cannot wait to see him get unhinged, because that scene with him, like, having that fantasy about lasering everybody.
Yo, I thought he did that for real. In the middle of that speech, and he was like, I was like, oh shit, he's done it, he's gone. And then they took him out. I was like, oh, okay. I think they're playing with us on that. They're playing with us on that edge of, when is he gonna snap? And I think that's his edge. Yeah. It's like, when is Homelander gonna snap and really start? I mean, and you know what? In a real sense, that's fucking scary, because the thing is, who's gonna stop this motherfucker? I mean, now we got this head exploding person, but on a real scale, like, he just showed up in that other country. Dude had superpowers. He was like, "What's up, man? Ooh, I'm scared." Zap. All right, I'm out. And he just left. Like, he just is strong as shit. So,
and we don't know. Like, he's supposed to be Superman. We don't know if there's, like, such a thing as, like, kryptonite or something. Right now, the only weakness that Homelander has that we know about is his ego.
Is breast milk. Oh, what?
Yeah. Breast milk. Maybe breast milk pacifies him.
Breast milk and his ego. So I don't even know. Between that, I don't know.
Yo.
And Maeve.
Do you think Stormfront was? I mean, yes, she was manipulating him, but like when she saw the baby and said, "Oh, that looks just like my daughter," do you think she knew about Homelander's kid and was just trying to find a way to get in there? Because I mean, she is Vought, like the company. The company's like her company, so it's like she would know about this compound with Homelander's kid. But like, you know, I really, like I feel like she's playing it. So because he's such an easy mark to be conned.
You know
what? All
what?
those developmental disabilities.
You know what? I didn't even think about it like that. I thought about it in the senses of, since she's all in love with him, that she wants to make a super baby with him. But I think you know what? I could see her doing something like that. Her pushing that envelope to be like, let's see if he'll let me see the kid. And if he introduces me to the kid, I can turn the kid and I can mold this child to being the Homelander I want this kid to be.
Right.
Because Homelander's already fucked up.
Already too old and opinionated. Yeah, he's already too old and opinionated. And so she can remove him out of the equation. And maybe like you can turn this kid on his mom, you can easily turn him on his dad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And if she does that,
they kept hammering. Yeah, they kept hammering the point on this episode because, you know, all these shows love to use motifs and stuff, but they hammered the point, like, with the guy in the wheelchair about how he's like, yeah, you know, well, he was a sweet kid when he was young, but then I went to work on it. And then, like, Butcher's dad was like, if I didn't go to work on you, you wouldn't be so tough. You know? So it's like, oh, of course we're going to set up this parallel. It's like, this is a sweet kid. He makes these goofy-ass Lego animated things, you know? And he's like, he's wholesome. He doesn't know media. Then, yeah, they're going to go to work on it. So it's like maybe next season we're going to see the radicalization of this young Superman.
Yeah. I mean, I thought that the kid, I mean, when we talked, I thought that the kid was going to be the one to take Homelander out because he was super against him. But now that they flipped him real quick, I don't know. He may still be the one because Stormfront, she was the one that flipped him, really, because Homelander didn't do that shit. She did that.
Homelander, no. Yeah, Homelander was still, you know, insecure about it because he's like, I don't want Ryan to hate me, which is why I can't kill his mom, you know?
Yeah.
But Stormfront already figured out a way. It's like, okay,
dude, she was there for a few minutes, and then she flipped the whole script. Like, this chick, goddamn. So
yeah, who would have thought a white woman from Portland with a Skrillex haircut and a bunch of Nazi ties would be that kind of an instigator?
A Skrillex haircut.
You gotta bring dubstep back.
That's how the Clippers sounded on that head. So you want to fade? Okay, yeah, just give me a fade on the sides. Bow, wow, 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 bow, wow, 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 wow. Oh my God. And I saw a clip of Queen Maeve doing some fighting. So she's gonna be fucking some shit up in the next episode too.
Yo, so what is, okay, so Maeve, like power scaling, right? Mm-hmm. You saw Starlight's essentially kind of indestructible. You know, you saw her get hit in the face with all this shit by Black Noir. You know, no blood, nothing, right? So Black Noir is super powerful and strong. But then Maeve walks in and just puts him in the headlock, and he is just like incapacitated. You know? Yeah. So how strong is Maeve? You know, compared to Homelander even and all that shit. And it's like, even compared to Stormfront. And sometimes I think about Stormfront, the way she acts around Homelander, she acts like she fears for her life. But I really think that's a fake out too. I think she might be stronger than him.
Oh, they're gonna make her stronger. I mean, come on. Look at what the state of the world is right now. Women are stronger than men in everything. They're not giving men credit with strength. They're making men look like bitches. Like for example, Well, one of the first movies I saw that in. Well, I mean, first of all, I've seen that in every goddamn sitcom since whatever the fuck. Women are just the ones putting motherfuckers on couches. But Hancock, Will Smith, strong ass black dude with a drinking problem. His weakness, white woman. A white woman that's stronger than him. She was fucking strong as shit. Remember that?
Yeah, Charlize Theron. Yeah. They fully had her come in and swoop in. And you know what? Charlize Theron is like literally African American.
Yeah, she's from South America. I mean South Africa.
Yeah.
She's from South Africa, so she's like.
They're just like white women do it better.
Yeah.
What's the point of Hancock?
She put her hand on his cock and broke it. Like she was.
Yeah, Will Smith is just like, I gotta make this superhero movie where I show that white women are more powerful.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know. Queen Maeve, man. I think she's strong. I think she's stronger than what they let on because. But the thing is, they've gotten in her head so much that they just make her look weak. But there's some moments, man. Like she stood in front of that damn car and folded it real quick in season 1.
Oh yeah.
You know, she's strong.
Yeah.
But it's like if you can get in someone's head and fuck with them, you can make them feel weak, even though they know they're stronger than that. So I think Stormfront is strong as shit. Huh?
Yeah, just like Lamplighter committing suicide, man. He was also messed up.
Man, he was. I don't know. That was a bitch move, man. They moved my statue.
What an actor, though.
No, great actor.
What an actor, though.
He played.
By the way,
that's
Iceman.
So I guess he's just a throwaway superhero character guy. They just put him in superhero movies and kill him off real quick. He got his head snapped off in the last X-Men, didn't he?
Yo, he did.
Yeah.
That was a wild one too. Where it's like he was all frozen and then the guy just like clipped his head.
Yeah, it was like
what the fuck?
Yeah, they were murdering X-Men left and right that movie. I was like
I grew up watching this guy play Iceman and he just clipped his head like in the first 2 minutes of that movie.
Dude, they cut him so quick. I was like, God damn. This franchise must be done. They said fuck it. So they killed him off and just clipping everybody. I was like, God damn. And even new people they brought in, like, oh, look, it's Bishop. Oh, he's dead. Oh, shit.
Boom.
So
you got
it. He just yeeted that cat. I was like, all right, well. But but yeah, I think Stormfront is definitely, she's very smart and she's very strong. I don't think she's really letting on what else she does. I mean, Stormfront, I don't know if she's going to pull a tornado out the air or some shit or what. I mean, she has super healing ability. Okay, her name is Stormfront, so I'm thinking she has something to do with the weather system. She's super strong.
Yeah, I mean the electricity that comes out of her.
Yeah, so she's super strong. She's power over weather. She healing because he beamed her in the titties and she healed up. Mm-hmm. So
yeah.
I don't know. And she doesn't age. She's been around since the Holocaust, and she looks like she's just turned 30. So I don't know. I don't know. In matter of fact, she was one of the first. I think. Didn't she say that? Wasn't she one of the first?
I think she was the first.
So she's like the Captain America of the shit.
Yo. So okay. So she told Homelander's son, "You're the first naturally born superhero."
Yeah.
Now, with these kind of shows and the writing and all, I honestly feel like the moment I saw that, I was just like, no, he's not. He must not be. There must be someone else that's way older that's the actual firstborn superhero.
Ah, why you say that?
We're going to find out. What if that's Black Noir? Okay, what if that's Black Noir? Because he was crying at the news that they found out about Compound B. That was like his big, like they showed him in the corner like crying and sobbing.
Yeah.
And like there's some theories that he's like Gustavo Fring's son because people see like black skin and they're like, oh okay, well they must be related to each other. It must be his son. How does this black guy exist without being the other black guy's kid?
Yeah, I mean, in a superhero group that's majority white, I wonder how these black characters got a hold of this shit.
That's true also. That's very true also, because it's like, that was another thing you even mentioned. It's like, you're disproportionately white with people who got the powers, and then of course the company that produces the thing is a Nazi-based company, and so, you know, of course they're just going to have enough minorities get it to have enough token representation so they can, you know what I mean?
I don't even think it's that. I don't even think it's that. I think, like, this is based off of just history in general about how they always experiment on black people or experiment on black slaves, and I feel like Black Noir was one of the first they experimented on, and he kind of got the power but kind of was fucked up, so they covered his face up so you don't show the constant experimentation on him, and he's fucked up. And then also notice that A-Train, he has a glitch in his shit, so it's like he has a glitch in his shit. Freaking Black Noir has a freaking a nut allergy. But Starlight, she's perfectly fine. Everybody else, they refined the V until they got it right, and then they gave it to white people.
Wait. Okay, who else are the superheroes of color? Just, I know A-Train and Black Noir, but who else? Are there any other ones?
I mean, every time they show...
Well, I mean, the Archer.
I mean, come on now. He just has good aim. I don't...
Yeah, but come on now.
I don't know if that's a super power. He's just Hawkeye that just practiced a lot. He's like the Serena Williams of arrow throwing. So, I don't think he's... I think he counts, but... But the thing is, everybody else that has a power is a terrorist. I mean, Kamiko, she got powers, but
that's right.
I mean, but she's considered a terrorist, and we don't know how she got hers.
No, but she got hers from Homelander. Homelander in the first season went and distributed to create terror, like to create the image of terrorists that they could
create
fight.
The villains. Okay.
You know. Right, and because of course it's gonna always be brown. It's like that's a subtle thing, but it's not so subtle. If you have melanin, you can see it very clearly. But like that, they're making, you know, all the white superheroes right, and they're making anybody else with powers that's not white very questionable.
Yeah, they have a glitch in some sort. It's something off about him. So it's like matter of fact, even when Homelander, they got that video of Homelander jumping off into Africa, wherever the hell he was, and he killed that black dude. That shit was on video. He put a laser beam through him and then killed like 2 or 3 other black people and was like, oh well, and then left. So it was like the guy had a power out there and then he just zapped him, and that also bleeds into the beginning of episode 7, where that white guy just assumed that brown guy was a terrorist because it seems to be brown people with powers are terrorists.
Yeah, it's when they say things like extreme vetting, they're going to do extreme vetting. All they do is just look at skin color. Yeah. That's the only vetting they'll do.
Yeah, so I feel like they definitely did tons of experimentation on people of color to get the shit right, and then they gave it to white folks. I mean, I feel like Stormfront probably ain't the first one. She's just the first one they got right. But who's to say they just gave her one power? If she's the first, she probably got telekinesis. She probably got some other shit that she ain't showing.
Yeah, man. She probably reminds. Maybe she's the head blower upper.
I don't know. I don't know. But she was looking mad confused in that damn in that meeting when he was getting their head blowed off. She was like, "The fuck is going on?"
That's true.
So it's not like
looking confused, so she might not be in on it.
She might not. And also, you know, if she knew where MM was and them, I mean, she would have definitely murdered them alongside that investigator when MM and what's name were out there talking to her. So I don't know. Yeah. So I mean, that's the thing. That's just mysterious. I don't know who this person is. I mean, they showed up earlier, and then they just kind of just like. It's funny how they let us see somebody's head blow up randomly out of nowhere in an episode, and then they just stuffed it down and didn't say anything about it and then we get to this episode, the episode before the finale, and then mad people had to blow it up.
Yeah. Oh.
That shit was crazy.
And then
man.
we find that, and like, for real though.
You know
I
what?
was looking at the news. Chris Christie just got COVID. Like.
Oh shit! Really?
His heads are blowing up. He's a fat motherfucker, bro. And I'm a fat motherfucker, and I'm telling you, this fat motherfucker is a fat motherfucker.
He got.
You know what I'm saying? Like, Jesus. And he got COVID. Like,
I thought you were gonna say he had
damn.
diabetes at least. He got COVID?
No, his diabetes came with his diabetes allowed the COVID to sneak in.
Oh, he got diabetes COVID. Oh shit, diabetes 19.
He got diabetes 19.
God, you know what?
Chris Christie got Coney Island COVID.
It comes with hot dogs and seawater. You know what? I think they're gonna kill somebody this on episode 8, and it might be Kamiko.
They have to. Oh fuck! That'd be so tragic because her brother.
It might be her.
Against Stormfront?
Yeah, it might be her.
Stormfront?
Huh?
What if they give us a win as the audience, and what if she kills Stormfront?
I don't know. Stormfront is too important right now. They can't kill Stormfront.
Yeah, but like
they can't kill her.
But they're setting it up, you know, like they have her staring her down and like evilly and like attempting to get back at her, and like you know she's finding her own. So either they make it really tragic and have Kamiko get killed while she's going through this arc of finding herself and, you know, letting go, or they have that payoff and have her kill Stormfront.
I mean, that would be dope.
And maybe change the perception of terrorists.
I mean, that would be dope. I mean, if she did that, or if she attempted and like took Stormfront's eye out or some shit, or like really like put some damage on her, and then Stormfront kills her, and then that be the season finale or something like that, and then the next season, like season 3, they Frenchie and them get some compound V, and then bring her back, and then she has like some extra powers or some shit. I could see them doing some shit like that.
Yo,
and then Kamiko come
right.
back super strong.
Yo, they could always do super zombie resurrection because this show is wild.
I mean, they could. They could do that, man. I mean, I could see her getting like really fucked up really bad, or being killed, and then we being like, oh no, Kamiko, and then they bring her back next season with some new superhero powers and shit. So I don't know. I don't know. But somebody's gonna die though.
All comics are known for.
Somebody's gonna die.
All comics are known for that.
Yeah. Somebody's gonna die.
I mean, it can't be Butcher, can't be Huey, could be MM. Frenchie.
That would be fucked up. Yeah, MM and Frenchie are expendable. Because matter of fact,
Could
and
be Starlight.
Oh, you know what? You know how in like they have those movies where they have the guy, you know the guy's gonna die like in a military movie when he's like, hey man, what are you doing? Just writing a letter to my lady, man. Just want to let her know just in case things don't go right. And then he's the first motherfucker to get shot. He's like, give this to my wife. Tell her I love her. Right. I think that when she was, remember when that investigator was in the car with MM, was like, yo, just leave. Just get out. He's like, I can't until it's finished. She's like, it's never finished. Remember that? And he's like, I can't until it's finished. MM might be the one.
God damn it. You're right. You're right. You're absolutely right.
So that was that note.
Such unnecessary. Yeah.
That dialogue was unnecessary. I was like, why would she push him to get out like that?
Necessary. Yeah.
So that could have been the tell to be like, yo, dude, leave. But he's like, no, I gotta stay in until it's over. She's like, it's never over. And he gets in the car all silent. I'm like, MM, he might catch it. Because they can't take away Starlight, or, I mean, if Starlight gets that would definitely, you know, what if Starlight gets killed and then, who's the Huey? Whoever Huey, he gets some compound V and he becomes super, and he starts going on a tear.
I'm waiting for it. I'm like, yo, I want Huey like that Bill Hader. It's Bill Hader, right? No, that's not Bill Hader.
That's not Bill Hader. He just got Bill Hader head.
he got Bill Hader head.
he got that Bill Hader face. But
I'm waiting for him to go all Barry on him.
Yo, for real. Like, cause the thing is, they build him up as this weak dude, but he has elements of bravery within that. But if he were to get super, dude, he would be something to fuck with, man.
Well, no, I mean, he slips out of every situation, and he's able to. Like, it's kind of weird. Like, even with Ledbetter, he cut off his hand to use for the thing, and it works. You know,
yeah.
He's like the Joker, but opposite. You know,
yeah.
The Joker, they theorize that the Joker's like superhero power is just timing, like cosmic timing.
Who said that?
No, the timing is a big thing, man. For
it
real,
is. Just like
exactly,
that chick in Deadpool.
Oh, with the luck girl.
Yeah, with the light skinned eye. Zazie Beetz.
Yeah.
She just had good luck, which was the weirdest superpower. But you're right. I mean, if I had to have a simple superpower that wasn't too crazy, good luck would be one of them.
Good luck would probably be the best superpower. Because why would you need anything else?
Yeah, I mean,
like even that girl from the Umbrella Academy that can whisper anything into the world. Like the Whisperer, she whispers anything and it manifests.
Oh, word.
Like I heard a rumor that she has to say, I heard a rumor that, and then she'll say anything and it becomes real.
Oh shit, I didn't know that.
She can manipulate people's minds. Oh, sorry, I don't know if you've seen the Umbrella.
No, I don't want to watch it. Every time I've tried to watch it, either I've fallen asleep or I just got bored. There's a talking monkey and there's kids.
Well,
I was like,
I hope you give it another look and a fresh look and binge it, because I think you really will like it because it's kind of dope. And then the second season's kind of dope. It's a bit cheesy, but you know.
Yeah, I think that's what got me.
Superheroes.
I was sitting there like, come on, man. What is going on? Oh, the monkey talks now. Oh, okay. The monkey has a British accent. Oh, word. Okay, this kid does this. Word. All right. This is an old man. Oh, okay. Word.
Yeah. But then you learn about it. It's like, well, maybe the reason the monkey talks is because he was, you know, extremely experimented on.
Yeah, he's definitely the Rocket. I can tell he's the Rocket Raccoon of the situation. I think I've seen too much superhero shit that it's gonna take. It takes something else bigger for me to be into it. That's like The Boys. The Boys takes it so left, right, brings it into reality that I'm like, yo, this shit is crazy. So Umbrella Academy is just like Nickelodeon. I don't know,
bro,
Frosted Flakes.
I'll tell you this now. The Umbrella Academy is supposed to. I feel like it's supposed to look like it's some Nickelodeon, Nicktoon kid shit. But no, it's some wild shit. Like on the superhero side.
Oh, really?
It's some wild shit in that show. Yeah, like it's some wild shit, man. When
you have to spoil it.
I waited for season 2. I'm not gonna spoil anything, but I waited for season 2. And when I saw that a date came out for when season 2 was gonna come out, I looked forward to it.
Wow.
Like, that show is good. Yeah.
Is it up there with The Boys?
It's like a different character. I mean, it's like a different side.
That's a no.
It's like, you know. No, it's not up there with The Boys. A few things are up there with The Boys. Watchmen is up there with The Boys.
Yes, it is. Watchmen is vicious.
Watchmen is so good.
Watchmen is fucking vicious. Did they come out with season 2?
They're not going to.
Oh.
Yeah, that was a one-off.
Wow. That was a great one-off, man. That shit was deep.
The best one-off.
Damn, that was a one-off? You know what? They seem to do that with The Watchmen, because they did that with the movie, and the movie was a one-off, and then they did it in depth with the TV show, and that was a one-off. Huh?
Yeah. No, because I mean the guy that did the TV show, Damon Lindelof or whatever, he was a big fan of Alan Moore, the guy that did the comic book, and you know everyone's like a big fan of Alan Moore or whatever, and Alan Moore's like a super liberal whatever theorist. Some shit, and he basically made this superhero parody comic book story what would be like taking into account corporate interests and what it would be like realistically, So yeah, I mean, Watchmen is a lot like The Boys in that, where it's like this is what would happen if corporate interests were tied in with superhero interests. There's no such thing really as good and evil. There's no such thing as following a moral code.
Yeah.
It's just about it's just about access to limited resources and collective bargaining, like anything in politics is.
Yeah.
So it's like the superheroes just have more power with collective bargaining because they can sway people because they're super, or they can, get their way. But even they're constrained by the will of the people. But so the Damien Lindelof was just like he idolized, the Watchmen. He was like a big fanboy, and so he tried to stay true to the origin stories of it, but also like he did flip it by taking into account like all the race stuff that's happening.
Yeah, that when they take the superhero thing and they embed it in just like reality. Let me just say it like this: not reality. Let's just say when they take it and then give it, they don't give the superhero angle of it too much energy. Because some superhero movies beforehand, before they started doing it like this, it was all, oh, he can lift a bus and throw it. He's this, he's fast, he's this. They put so much emphasis on the powers itself rather than the person, the character living in this world. And it's like when they put the world above the superhero powers, I think that's what makes it more attractive to the viewer and also just to me. Because I mean, that's what The Boys is. The fact that this dude is kicking it with his girlfriend and then a super speed dude shatters her. He runs through this chick by accident. It's like, oh my God. It's like, now this guy has to deal with the fact that superheroes live and they can occasionally kill somebody and you have to deal with that. So, yeah. So it's like, I just like that angle, and I feel like that's what makes them. I think that's what made a lot of the Marvel shit so good, because it was like freaking like Infinity War Civil War was one of the ones that really got me, because it was like now we're gonna put tabs on these superheroes because the collateral damage after people are getting killed after their wars or their fights is like, it's crazy. And the same thing like matter of fact, the one of the movies that I hate the most, Batman versus Superman, but they still had that element of superheroes need to be held accountable for their superness. Yeah. So Batman versus Superman was such a disappointment. God damn.
Well, they bonded over their mother's name.
That shit. Oh my, that part. That was.
What was her name? Oh shit.
I was like, wait a minute. Wait a minute, Batman. So you mean to tell me you were driving and you saw the Superman fighting a dude, cutting buildings in half, people dying, little girls crying, your friend dies. I don't know who that guy was in that building. His dad? I don't know who it was. Guy dies in the building, all his people die. He looks up in the sky and plans vengeance on this alien Superman, whatever the fuck. He's working out, he's doing P90X, he's making spears and shit like he's from Africa. And then he sees him, they get into this bullshit fight, and then he's like, Martha, and that stops the fight. How do you know that name? How do you know my mother's name? I'm gonna tell you right now, if I'm fucking somebody up, if I'm beating the shit out of somebody and they say my mom's name, I'm still fucking you up. It's not gonna be like, hey, I know it. I'm gonna fuck you up more. Like, the fuck you say my mom's name for? Why would I stop and then bond with you? Are you kidding me? The fuck? Martha, I will make sure Martha doesn't die tonight. You could have my word on it. Nigga, what? It's like, y'all was just enemies.
We're the two best Martha buddies that ever was.
I was like, dude, are you kidding me? Yo, I was in the theater pissed off. Like, I think I did a good 5 minutes of stand-up comedy from the back of the theater. I was like, are you kidding me? And people started laughing. I said, word, Martha, that's the name that's gonna stop. The fuck out of here. Like,
you commented out loud?
Huh?
You commented out loud? People heard you?
Yes, because I was that mad.
That's awesome.
I was, because the thing is, leading up to Batman vs. Superman, the fact that they put it in the I Am Legend movie, right? They had did you see I Am Legend?
Yeah.
Do you remember that billboard?
Yeah. Oh shit.
Yo, they promoted it years in advance. Like Batman versus Superman. And I was like, I caught that and I was like, the fuck? I said, they doing this for real? And dude, I was so excited to see that shit. And then the shit shows up on the exact year as I Am Legend. And the shit was whack. It's like, dude, come on. And then who was the most powerful and who was the most prepared? Who was it? Wonder Woman. With her fucking music, which she is great. I will say she's great. But her and
who's really, really prepared?
Who?
You know who's really, really prepared?
Martha?
No. That superhero Amazonian black woman that Wonder Woman stole her style from.
Oh. Yeah.
Justice League so white, hashtag Justice League so white.
Yeah, they whitewashed the fuck out of that. Cause I remember seeing that black woman, man. Matter of fact, she has a dope ass sword.
The only black people on the Justice League ever are green. You notice that? Like the Martian Manhunter and the Green Lantern? The different varieties.
I mean, I think
like,
green is what white people relate to when they see us. And that's why I think the Hulk was supposed to be black. I think
whenever white people see black, they see green.
Look, green on a different level, on different levels. Let's break it down. I mean, green in the sense of Black Death brings a lot of money. So they push these news stories and they make money off of Black Death. The freaking Incredible Hulk, I think, was supposed to be black. Or I think they made him a black guy. I think they made Bruce Banner turn into a black guy. A big ass strong black guy. And it was like, we gotta turn him green. We can't be that obvious.
I mean, I think it was definitely planned as a metaphor for being black.
Hell yeah. He runs fast. He's wearing purple pimp shorts. It's like he jumps high. He's angry. He's breaking the he's an enemy of the state. They try to kill him. So
the most dangerous thing is an angry black man.
Exactly. So an angry green man. So they just make us all green in some ways. So I don't know. I mean, I'm surprised A-Train is wearing blue.
What if, like, okay, we're logging this episode. What if they change A-Train's costume green? That would be the wildest shit.
Yo, if they make his new costume green, man.
This podcast better go goddamn viral.
Yo, my theory, it better go fucking viral. God damn. Yeah, everything black is green. Everything. Just keep giving us green shit. Oh shit. Oh my god. God, episode 8.
Wild.
So any last thoughts on episode 8 of The Boys?
I'm so excited to see it. I have this show I produce on Friday nights, and so I'm always so busy, but I still try to make time on Thursday at midnight or around then to watch The Boys and shut out everything else.
Oh yeah, well actually, love, give out you shout your stuff out, man. Shout the shows you're working on and the shows that you have and everything.
Okay, cool. So first off, I produced this show for one of our friends, our friend Yamanika Saunders. She's great. Incredible woman.
Fun as hell.
It's a show on Friday nights at 10 p.m. Eastern on her official YouTube channel.
Oh, okay.
And it's just, it's lively Amiga, so it's like, it's just like a look into her personality. She does a rant, she has guests on, but the thing I love about it is it's all authentic and everything at this show. And then this other show, brand I've been working on is called Return the Jewels. You can returnthejewels.com, and it's just like this podcast I've been pushing out about talking about anti-colonialism and different microaggressions and stuff like that. Try to create a guidebook for younger and older people of color that want to navigate different situations, so they can just have this whole log of people of color talking about their different experiences. And it deals with colonialism in that all the crown jewels for the English Empire are all stolen, and the whole wealth of the empire is speculated based off the wealth of the value of those jewels. And then, so it's just like whitewashing, historical sanitation.
And that's what and that's the basis of the podcast. You guys break that down and also jump into other issues.
Right. Like we kind of break it down. It's like here is what's happening right now in the world, and here is how it's connected to what happened in the past with the colonialism. And so we just try to make those connections and try to let people talk and make those connections. And we're only like a couple episodes in.
Okay, now is this is iTunes, Spotify, or are you doing like an IG live type situation?
It's iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, and Google Podcasts, all of that.
Okay.
And YouTube.
Oh, that's dope.
The videos on YouTube and the audios are on the. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you're doing video and audio.
Yes, sir.
Nice.
But it's just like Zoom calls, Zoom
Still,
calls,
man.
And throwing in little graphics and editing.
Shoot, content, footage. Right now in this state, everyone is just salivating for some type of content of any sort. So if you can market that correctly to the right people, man, it's gonna get far. Hopefully, the listeners on this podcast will jump on it and check it out. Also, you got you're selling T-shirts as well, right?
That's true. Yeah. You go to returnthejewels.com. At the bottom of the page is our Teespring storefront, and so I made a few designs, and we sell some merch. Some people have been liking it.
That's dope.
There's a couple cool hoodies.
That's dope.
But yeah, you guys check it out. And we gotta have, you on the podcast. But I want you to think of what subject you want to talk about that maybe deals with colonialism or whatever. Maybe the viewers or the listeners here on this episode of the Movie Pass can give you suggestions.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys have any suggestions, hit me up on my email. That's mhart3000 at gmail.com. Send me some suggestions about colonialism so I can jump on the show.
Yeah.
But I'll think of some stuff too. I'll definitely jump on.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I want to have you on. It's just what areas it's the same thing with Napoleon. I was talking to him. I was like, okay, just think of an area that you were really passionate and would like to talk about a lot, and then I'll do some back end research and we'll try to make some connections on different topics and stuff.
Yeah, definitely, man. I think that's dope. I think that's a good that's a good angle, man. Because I was actually thinking about trying to figure out maybe doing another podcast, something that's not so I'm gonna continue to do Movie Pass, but it's something that's not so. I mean, as soon as The Boys is over, don't nobody care about The Boys no more. So it's this is very avocado material, I call it, because it's it's here now, and then later on it's we don't care. So it's with the
what's evergreen.
Yeah. So with the subject matter you're hitting on, it's it's something that people are going to forever think about, and it's something that's going to keep people thinking.
Shit never changes.
It never changes. It's some shit that people are going to be talking about, and it's something it's information that's valuable in some ways.
Shit don't change until you get up and wash your ass.
Yep. There we go. Kendrick Lamar reference. Anything else you want to shout out, man?
that's about it. Follow, subscribe to Movie Pass. You know, follow Menuhin on all social media. I'm sure you already do. And yeah, no, I mean, no, this is great. I love talking about all this shit. But yeah, no, I already shouted out my things. But yeah, like this is maybe I don't know. Let's talk about this other podcast idea you have when we're off of this.
Oh yeah. Once we finish this episode, we'll talk about that. So I'm throwing on some more ideas.
Evergreen?
But we're definitely gonna talk about we're gonna do an episode on the finale episode on episode 8.
Yeah.
We'll do that probably. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I don't want to say like, yeah, we'll do it this time, and then it'll, whatever happens. Put the pressure on the situation. But anyway, thanks for listening, guys. It's been Love Agarwal, the big homie, aka Brooklyn Santa. Check him out on IG. Dope photographer, and yeah,
Thank you.
we'll be out of here. Be out.